It's 2019 and I'm on the road. In our last episode, I passed through Torrens Creek and Pentland en route to Charters Towers, where I made a pit stop to attend to some legal paperwork required for the sale of my late mother's house. That done, I made my way further north to the Fletcher Creek Campground. Today, I hope to reach Greenvale and find somewhere to camp beyond the Ling. It's the 22nd of May and it's 10:34. I should have been on the road a long time ago, I think. But we're still 400 and something odd kilometres away from Atherton. No internet, okay. So 430 odd K from Atherton, and or thereabouts, maybe a bit more. And I've got a feeling I'm going to have paperwork to sign in probably since what's today? Wednesday. So probably tomorrow or the next day. So anyway, we are leaving Fletcher Creek Campground. Now, something I wasn't aware of until just now, you can actually have showers in there. A heap of people on the other side of the river. It's where most of them camped, I think, last night. So yeah, there's showers, toilets, plenty of space to camp. Talking to a guy there who's just been there for 3 weeks about whether it's worthwhile going into the national park. He said he certainly wouldn't take the caravan in there, but he said there's not a lot in there unless there's an old homestead sort of thing. Well, that would be interesting to look at. He said there's a loop road that meanders around a fair bit. So I just, at the moment, with what's going on back home, I really don't have time to sort of drop the van off and go for a meander, and yet here I am, probably an hour later than I should be on the road, but still, there we go. So we're heading towards Greenvale. We're back in the Call Point country, and this is the reason why. It's these little bridges. This is Breakneck Gully, but it's really not wide enough for two trucks to pass each other. Terribly safety, so they've got a radio ahead and say whether they're travelling east or west and where they are. So they'd be talking, in this case, they'd be going westward bound, whatever the name of the creek was. As the river winds around to the right of us there. It's a fairly big river, Fletcher River. Wow, that's a setup. Missed most of that. Yeah, the guy that was sitting there, he's been there for about 3 weeks, and he said, I sort of looked and it's all cut short, and he's got his fire there, and I says, you're a caretaker or something? He said, no. He said, people come here, he said, they're scared of the long grass. He said, I went and borrowed a whippersnapper, and he said, cut it all down, and it's like this underneath everywhere. I said, yeah, well, that's fair enough too. If you can see, it's okay, but if you can't see what's under the grass, then you don't venture. But anyway, he was nicely set up, and they live on the road 24/7, year in, year out. They budget on $100 a day overall, so as he said, you know, you get off the road for 3 weeks, then there's that much saved, so to speak. You're then ready to go for the next lot. You have to think about how we do this in future. Once we get this credit card sorted out. Okay, onwards. There's plenty of these blokes around. Now that's a bummer. Nice big metal dump, but what they've done now is they've put a road into it, but then they've gated it, and then the metal dump is in a compound. They're taking all the fun out of it, they really are. This one's for trucks, it says. Toilets, truck parking. Strictly speaking, means the caravanners are not supposed to park in there. Well, we've done a bit of this Gregory Highway since we left Charters Towers, and I've got to say, it's a damn good road. Hasn't been too much to complain about at all. I didn't check the video last night, I should have done, but yeah, it's good road. Just passed a sign about telling us about the Gregory Highway between here and the Lynn. All of a sudden the road was rough. Yeah, so anyway, now we're back to smooth again. Just a giggle. Now why would they put an overtaking not permitted sign right there? It's a big long bend, and at the moment we're going to be travelling north. So it's a big long sweeping bend. I suppose that's the reason why. Bluff Downs Historic Station off to the left. Yep, right in the middle of the corner, just keeps going. There's a hill or a mound or something over on the right hand side. There it is on the left as well. Like a long sand hill. Okay, now we're travelling north. Exactly. Okay, road work ahead. And the road has changed condition wise. Low level bridge. I see. Well, there's traces of water in that one, that's for sure. I assume that's the Fletcher. 120 to Greenvale. So they're putting in culvert here. And I've got a couple of people behind me caught up with us. So we might wave them by in a moment. Not too much work going on here at the moment, that's for sure. So another little bit of roadwork's been done. And it looks like it continues. So now we're back to a 100km/h road, and doesn't seem to be quite as good as what we've been on. So Townsville by the Harvey Range Road, Historic Exhibit 6, Townsville across that way. There's nothing there to tell you the road's open or closed, so meanwhile, it's 109 to Greenvale, 519 to Cairns, which is not our destination. Okay, we're back on New Road again, and I thought it was the case. I've been looking at the caravan between the white lines on that dark bit that we were on before, and I said, looks like it's the old road. The white lines are basically level with either side of the caravan. This way at least I've got probably a couple of extra feet, 2 to 3 extra feet on either side, so roughly overall, so roughly a metre. Makes it more comfortable for overtaking or passing in opposite directions. This is an interesting observation in that there's these signs on the side of the road subject to flooding, and then they've got the measurement board. Generally, floodwaters, by their very nature, they're not clean, and they leave some sort of residue. But very rarely, if ever, do you see one of these boards that's got any markings on as to how high the water level might have been when the last flood came through, or when the last time the level was high enough. Let's have a look and see what happens in this one coming up on us. As sure as eggs, there will be a marker in the middle of it. Yep, there is. Let's have a look and see. It's all clean. There's other white posts on the side of the road. Interesting. So the truck's coming to this corner a bit quicker than he thought he did. Ah, that's the race course there, the Ewan Races. Well, we've got a roadhouse coming up on the right hand side. We might take a few minutes rest here. It's the Blue Water Springs Roadhouse. Burgers and sandwiches, but it doesn't look as though there's a hell of a lot of life here. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so we're leaving Blue Water Springs. It's about 420 to Atherton from here. We'll see how we go. Seems that the road to Townsville is open, but there was a bridge was washed out. It hasn't been rebuilt. It's supposed to be redone by now. They reckon now it's probably going to be Christmas. But for some reason or other, the road board haven't pulled down the closed sign on the highway. And as I said, that is the lady said back there at Blue Water Springs. That's people aren't going down to Townsville as a result of that. They're deciding to sort of go around it. The turn off that we passed just recently, she said, "Yep, no, you can go across there, no problems at all." So there we are. Example of a property that near the road, slasher, make the place look quite presentable. Nice little range of hills here we're going through at the moment. You're clear. Wow, there's a bluff over to the left-hand side. I think we saw it earlier on, but it's now over on the left-hand side, and it's quite impressive. Mountains to the right of us. We're up into the Great Dividing Range now, there's no doubt about that. Okay, so just near the road to Mount Travascus, and fuel gauge has gone red. We got 500 odd the other day, but they're only just on 400 there. But of course, I don't think it didn't fill right up at Ewington, so I assume that's what it is. I'm a little bit at sea at the moment as to what the fuel numbers are. But there we go. So we're back into the auxiliary tank now, which is at least is 200k anyway, so that'll get me some of the way anyway. Okay, we're back on the road again. We're on the Sir John McEwen Beef Road. Those rivers can tend to get a bit deep. The remains of a railway line have joined us now, alongside of us. The rail is all gone. But, it's what's left of a mining railroad that happened up around this Greenvale area up here, I believe. Saw it in 2013 and wondered what it was all about, and that was the story subsequently. There was nothing when I pulled in here, just me, and then three sets of trucks all came in one after the other, and they took up most of the parking area. That's why they don't like us caravanners taking up their space. Got another 40 odd K and we're at Greenvale. Incidentally, I was talking to a truckie or someone back at that particular rest area that I found out about the railway, the history of it, back in 2013. Back into the hilly stuff again. Swung back towards the west again, actually. Oh, I love this country. Boy, the hills just pop up and it's amazing. You on channel? This is the caravan. You on channel?
Yeah,
You're the guy with the caravan behind me?
mate.
Yeah, just go around me when you're ready, mate.
Yeah, mate, I will do. I need a bit of space to wind up, that's all.
Sorry, I had my radio off before. Okay, off you go.
Righto, thanks, mate. Thanks, mate.
No problems at all. Have a good trip.
Will do.
Aha, now we're on to the development road proper again. Got a bush bike rider up here. Couple of them. Three. With kids, what's more? 2 bikes and 3 kids by the looks of things. I'm going to need to check the video on that one. Oh, we've got another caravan coming up behind us. Oh, then the road widens again. So they just haven't done that stretch yet. Okay. And then it's back to narrow again. That was only a short stretch, only about 1 kilometre or so. I suppose they put it in for overtaking purposes. Climbing back into the hills again. Yeah, the road's only changed back to a double road for this. And there's a truck on the side of the road. Yeah. Right down. Yeah, the sign said we're going back to a narrow road, so what have we got? Well, it has got a white line down the middle, so that's one thing, I suppose. So a hell of a drop off on either side of the road though for all that. Oh, nice house there. And yeah, your old narrow bridge again. This one at least has rail. Okay, Greenvale, we're here. Roadhouse is on the right, the little town is in off the road. We will take advantage of the fuel pumps here and get some fuel. We will go and do a quick run around. When you go into the town here, it looks as though you're going into through this into a retirement village type thing. There's these gateways. You think, hello. A pussycat in underneath the thing I see. But in actual fact, this is the town. Pub. Police station on the right hand side, we'll see that on the way out. Yeah, right up to the top there's the golf club up the top of the school, I think it is, from memory. This was a mining town. Golf club to the left. No through road. We need to turn around here somehow. So we'll back it down the corner. Okay, we're fueled up It's 20 to 2. And we're on the road again. The Lind is our first destination, or where we're heading for. And the Lind is, in actual fact, it's just a big triangular corner. 62 kilometres away. Mount Garnett is 221. And we'll see where we get to. This side of the road stop tonight, I'd say. And for the moment, we're heading west. Okay, signs on the side of the road telling us it's a heavy haulage route. Well, we know that. There are call points to use channel 40, all the usual stuff. And it's basically a pretty average road currently. Back to a good road. Someone's caravan went wrong. This is the Lind. The road goes left, it goes right, and there's another one goes across. It's a triangle. Coming out of here, you've got to give way. But there's nothing to give way to at the moment, so we'll keep going. It's called the Lind Junction. There's a roadhouse just a few kilometres down the road. Mount Garnett 166. Well, we're not going to make that tonight. Now that is where we would have come out had we come straight up from Hewenden. It's only about 260k away to Hewenden from here, but there's a fair bit of dirt section in it. And it also indicated it was going to be a lot slower than going around the 500k. Whether it would have been for us or not, I don't know, but that just indicated to me that maybe there's the road wasn't quite as bright as what they thought it was. Anyway, we are where we are. We've done what we've done. Certainly if we'd come that way, we certainly wouldn't have done the ID check yesterday, that's for sure. We'd still be a couple of days away from doing it. No. So small. If you enjoyed this video, there's over 200 more just like it on this channel. Subscribe and hit the notification bell and we'll let you know when our next video is available. If you liked this video, hit the like button. And if you weren't that impressed, please don't hit the dislike button. Instead, tell us why, so that we can do something about it. Thanks for watching.